Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Ever feel like you've got the whole picture only to find out you're just holding onto one tiny piece? It's a classic human blunder, and there's a story that captures this perfectly. Today we're diving into the timeless tale of the blind men and the elephant. This isn't just a children's story. It's a powerful lesson about perception, truth, and how we often build our reality on very limited information. Get ready to see the world, and maybe even yourself, a little differently. Let's get into it. Once upon a time, in a small village, lived 6 blind men. They had heard tales of a strange and wonderful creature called an elephant, but none of them had ever encountered one. One day, they heard that a mahout was passing through the village with his elephant. Overjoyed, they rushed to the road to finally see this magnificent animal for themselves. The mahout, a kind man, agreed to let them touch his elephant. The 6 men eagerly approached the large creature, each one reaching out to touch a different part. The first man happened to touch the elephant's broad, sturdy side. "Whoa, a wall!" he exclaimed. "Now I know what an elephant is like. It is as solid and unmovable as a wall." The second man felt the elephant's sharp, smooth tusk. "No, you're mistaken," he argued. "An elephant is not like a wall at all. It is round, sharp, and deadly, just like a spear." The third man reached out and grabbed the elephant's wriggling, flexible trunk. "You are both wrong," he cried out. "An elephant is clearly like a long, thick snake." The fourth man's hands landed on one of the elephant's powerful legs. He wrapped his arms around it and declared, "An elephant is mighty and tall, like the trunk of a great tree." The fifth man, who was a bit taller, happened to touch the large, flapping ear. "My friends, you are all misled," he said with confidence. "An elephant is like a giant fan that creates a breeze when it moves." The sixth and final man grabbed hold of the elephant's swinging tail. "What are you all talking about?" he scoffed. "An elephant is nothing more than a long, thin rope." The men began to argue fiercely, each one completely convinced that their own experience was the absolute truth. They shouted and called each other foolish, their voices rising in anger. The kind mahout, who had been watching quietly, stepped in. "My friends," he said calmly, "you are all right, but you are also all wrong." The men fell silent, confused. The mahout continued, "Each of you touched only one part of the elephant. You felt the side, the tusk, the trunk, the leg, the ear, and the tail. The elephant has all these parts. To understand what an elephant truly is, you must put all your pieces of knowledge together." The 6 men stood in stunned silence. They realized the wisdom in the mahout's words. Their individual experiences were true, but they were not the whole truth. They had been so certain of their own limited perspective that they couldn't see the bigger picture. From that day on, they learned to listen to each other with more respect and understanding. So, what's the big lesson here? It's not just about elephants. This story is a powerful reminder of how we all experience the world. We each have our own unique perspective, shaped by our personal experiences, beliefs, and the information we have. It's like we're all touching a different part of the elephant. My truth, based on what I've felt and seen, might be completely different from your truth. And neither of us is necessarily wrong. The problem arises when we insist that our tiny piece of the puzzle is the entire picture. When we refuse to listen to others, when we dismiss their experiences because they don't match our own, that's when conflict starts. The real wisdom is in understanding that reality is complex and multifaceted. It's about having the humility to say, "This is what I see, but I know there's more to it. What do you see?" By combining our different perspectives, by putting all the pieces together, we get a much richer, more complete understanding of the truth. So next time you find yourself in a disagreement, remember the blind men and the elephant. Take a moment to step back and consider that the other person might just be holding on to a different part of the truth. Listen, learn, and be open. You might just discover the whole elephant. Thanks for watching, everyone. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that makes you think. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.